Welcome, welcome, welcome. Same strip, different cast. I am DJ Prodigy, Taskmaster about to pop in, and I am with.
I seen it.
So,
Hello, good evening.
good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening. I gotta get this green screen thing to work, but I'm
Mhm,
here. I'm here.
mhm.
And as you can see by our title, we're going to be talking all things Marvel, doing both of the What If episodes
Mhm,
today, episode 3 and 4.
mhm.
We're also going to talk about Shang Chi. Am I saying that right?
Shang-Chi.
I know he was kind of
You
correct,
said
so
it a
I
different way in the movie, but
he was
it has
correcting
to, it,
me.
it almost sounds like Sean the way she ended up pronouncing it.
Right,
Shang-Chi. It must be Shang-Chi, something like that. Cause like, yeah, but my name is now Sean. So it's something that sounds close to Sean.
right, right. So we're going to talk about those three main items for Marvel. If you guys have anything in the chat or that you guys want to mention as far as Marvel, let us know. Um,
Mhm,
and movie pop up will be here shortly.
mhm.
So, but before we jump into this, I did watch Candyman.
Oh, you said the right name. Say it again 4 more times.
Yep, I would say it. Candy guy,
Mhm.
candy dude,
Uh-huh.
M&M's candy, and Reese's
Okay.
peanut butter cup candy.
You still calling for him, but all right. All right. So what did you
Now,
think?
all right. Well, I have to say, seen it is very knowledgeable when it comes to these horror films. So thank you for your past input on the last couple movies. Because Janine knew about it too. So the
Okay.
story and how I guess it was trying to illustrate what happened in the past
Mhm.
was pretty cool with the little like paper people.
Yeah, I like that.
So that kind of made and it made sense because you told me some of this stuff. Now the
Mhm.
little boy though, Burke, was he in the last ones, or he's a new character to this movie?
He was a new character because how they brought off the premise with Sherman being
Right,
a nice guy, a nice candy man who just
right,
lived in the walls.
right,
That whole premise was new. So Burke was not in that one. And even in the first one, they brought up like there was a guy going by the name of Candyman who was bad and cut off a young child's penis in the bathroom. That was a
okay,
story, but that
all
was a
right,
story in the first one.
okay. So that all made so Burke was new to this one, but it made
Yes.
sense to the story.
Mhm.
Uh, and everything that I read and you and I talked about last week made sense. I mean, I already read it, so I kind of knew what was coming up, but
Mhm.
it still was good. The visuals were definitely good, like you said, definitely good visuals.
Mhm.
His spoiler alert, his
Mhm.
scarring of his body was it wasn't that grotesque, I guess, because he looked like a honeycomb at the end. I guess it kind of made
That's what
sense
I
how they did it.
yeah.
So
That's what it was. Yeah. I guess it looks different for different people.
right now, only thing I would say based on what it being new to this is that they didn't show a lot of the mother. I guess I kind of felt like maybe she could have came at the end, not trying to save him, but like
Mhm.
just like she wasn't there. She had that one part, and
Yeah,
and
because
but they and that was kind of it for that. I was like, that's it. She's
I would have liked her to have more of a part. They tried to touch on it by having him miss dinners and
movie
stuff
pop
with
ups in the
her.
building.
Hey,
Hi.
about
We're
having
just
her
talking about
him.
Candyman real quick because I saw
Yeah,
it.
I would have liked to have
Sorry.
seen the mom more. Oh no, it's okay. But
Yeah,
I would have liked to have seen the mom more.
yes, me too. Based on what you talked about, the
Mm-hmm.
killings weren't that bad for somebody that's not into scary. Some of it was off screen,
Mm-hmm.
so I get what you are. I think you were a movie pop up. Somebody was saying it was a lot of blood, but it was like off screen blood too.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I like
so.
that.
It
Left it
wasn't
to your
like
imagination.
I think Halloween. You get more hack and slash and Halloween. I seen more blood and gore in aliens movies and stuff. So,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
it still was like not knowing what's going to happen to those girls was like, oh gosh, I knew something was
Hmm.
going to happen, but
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
I'm
know.
glad that we didn't get to like see it like that. Hey, J
Right.
Flicks,
Big flicks in the building. Good to see you.
greetings.
So other than that though, I'll give the movie, yeah, I'll give it a high 7. I
Hmm.
actually good. It made me think more about the stuff with him in the past, and Janine was explaining to me that the guy at the end was the original one, the one from the 1800s.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
Yeah, so I didn't
Yeah,
know.
the
I
first
don't know
one.
what
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
The
So she was
black
like,
Hmm.
"Yeah,
the original Candyman was in it too.
Hmm.
Candy Guy. Yeah, Candy Guy. The original Candy Guy was in it.
Candy Dude. Hmm.
Yeah, Candy Dude. Yeah, Candy Macho. Eminem. That's what we calling them.
That's what he's calling
No,
him.
that's what you're calling him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I will call him. Because even the black people in the movie didn't call him by his name. Not one black person died by Candyman.
What do they call him? Candy guy?
They didn't call him at all because black people ain't stupid. I'm just saying. Ain't no
Okay.
black Teresa. Did a black person die in that movie because of Candyman?
Because of Candyman, no.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
It was the other folk.
Okay.
Hmm. So I'm glad that you saw it.
So that was it. We just wanted to
Support
really
black
talk about
movies.
real quick about Candyman. Yeah, you think it's gonna be another one?
They left it open, but mm, they could leave it like this and that'd be good. Let's do something different.
Yeah, because the next one could be what, just him hack and slashing people again, and
Yeah, we kind of
Wasn't
understand
there
what's
more
going
than
on.
one? Wasn't there more than one of Candyman back in the day? Was it
Mhm.
just
It was, I think it was like 3 or 4 maybe,
Yeah,
but
well,
I don't remember those. I
right.
probably watched them when I was young, but I don't. Yeah,
Okay.
no. Mm-mm.
Anyway, if you guys can host the channel, please. Thank you, JFlix. If you know how to host, if you're on your phone, all you have to do is hit the little uh like box with the line up top and hit host. That just helps draw people to the channel. If you guys can,
Box with
uh,
the line up top.
on your phone, look up
the
top when
share
you hit
button? Like
the
if
little
you want
share
to share.
button next to
Oh,
the next to the little movie clip.
ooh, I did it.
Okay, so now you're hosting the
Oh,
channel.
host, I got you.
So yeah,
I didn't
so
know
I
about that.
hosted too. That just if people are looking to see where Seen It's looking at right now there, or if they get a notification saying Seen It is watching SSDC podcast.
Oh, that's neat. Okay,
If they have their notifications on, some people do, some people don't.
okay.
So now we're gonna get into what we've been wanting to talk about. As you can see on the ticker at the bottom, Marvel.
Hmm.
Um, so everybody know we saw Shanghai in this chat. Saw Shanghai, right? So or Shang what?
Sheen.
Shang
Shang
Chi,
Chi.
Shanghai.
Shang-Chi.
I think that's something different.
His name is Sean.
Shang Chi.
His name ain't Sean. That was a lie.
His name is Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. He shortened his name when he went
Yep.
into hiding and he's named himself Sean.
All right. Well, do you all want to start with Shang Chi, or do we want to start with the What If episodes first? Because we was gonna wait for you, movie pop up, to do Shang Chi.
I apologize for being late. Can we start with what's if?
All right. So let's start with What If. Yeah, we'll do What If episode 3. So I got
Mhm.
a quick video to show a promo of it before people, real quick. That's
Mhm.
what
Look,
it is.
look, you put him in charge and he get all fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this.
That's the moment.
I am Loki.
That created a whole new hero. That's weird. Reality is not a straight line.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Every passing moment is a chance for a new offshoot, a new variation. Space, time, reality. What if we could rebuild it?
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question, what if?
All right, so that's a quick promo episode 3. So
Mhm.
let's dive into it. Movie pop up.
I enjoyed it. I was upset that people were getting killed.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Oh yes, well, like,
No, don't worry about it. They should know by now.
but yeah, I was a little upset that people were getting killed. Hawkeye, I was kind of bummed about that.
Mhm.
And Tony Stark, but so at first when Tony Stark got killed, and I was like, oh, they're probably gonna kill off the same type people like they did in the real live action movie. But then when Hawkeye got killed, I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on?
Mhm.
So what happened? And then when Thor got killed, did Thor get killed?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, when Thor got killed, I was like, whoa. And I like how Loki came down. Loki seemed like a good Loki, a Loki that we would want to see and stuff. But I really definitely enjoyed it. I like the storyline. I couldn't grasp where it was going at first, but then when it came out that Ant-Man, yeah, Ant-Man,
The old Ant-Man.
yeah, the old Ant-Man. Yeah, I like Loki. Y'all know Loki. I like Loki. But when it came out that Ant-Man did it kind of made sense because even when Hawkeye shot the arrow, I even rewinded to be like, he did shoot the arrows because when he was like puzzled and confused, he was like, I never missed. And I was like, at first I really thought that somebody actually was somewhere else shooting the arrow, but then I rewinded. I was like, oh no, he actually really did shoot the arrow. So when they came out there with Ant-Man, I was like, oh. But I like how they got Ant-Man to with Loki.
The little trick with Nick Fury.
Yeah, the trickster. You got to see the trickster Loki, but yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Hi, Maxime.
Hey, Max and me. Yeah, that's why I was kind of looking funny because it's just like this was a helpful local. I'm like, no, he told everybody to take a knee. But I feel what you're saying. And I like that this was a whodunit. I love those type of whodunit.
Going across that Loki.
What? No, but this for real. He still wanted to take over the earth, but it was a whodunit. I was like, who was killing these Avengers and how did Thor die? It was just because the thunder. Same time with the arrow.
Well, remember
then when
he
back,
lost his power though, because he needed the he wasn't as super strong yet.
He wasn't. What do you mean? He wasn't Thor? He was just T. He wasn't Thor yet.
Remember the father took the.
Oh, because
I got you. I feel what you're saying. Okay.
He didn't try to pick up the hammer. He got shot as he was getting ready.
Trying to,
yeah.
So we don't even know for sure if he could have picked up the hammer or not.
Well, in the movie, he picked it up.
Yeah.
No. In the movie, he did not pick it up. That's right. Remember, he wasn't ready yet.
No, he attempted to pick in the movie. He attempted to pick it
Right.
up.
He wasn't worthy yet.
Yeah, he wasn't worthy. He did, so he tried. But I'm sorry, I thought you meant far as in the TV show in the what if about him picking it up. He didn't get to it. So
right.
Okay.
So I know we had the conversation earlier about how these what if stories are going to be part canon. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how is this all going to be canon. Because I feel like they referred to Steve Rogers as Captain America in that particular episode.
Well,
in the Clue episode,
I feel like I couldn't remember what episode it was in, but I felt like they referred to Captain America as Steve Rogers.
Well, you got to remember too. This is another universe dimension, and where it has Steve Rogers is still alive, and remember Captain Carter is now with them too.
But then, so that's what I'm confused about. So based on what you're saying, and the Watcher, he's watching different realities. So this is one reality where Thor is dead and Loki is now in charge, and everybody like Loki.
Right.
And then there's another reality with Captain Carter, and then there's so they're not all on the same time. I mean,
not at this moment.
All different realities. Is that what you're saying?
Not at this moment. They're not on the same timeline.
Same realities, not
Or
timelines, but
reality.
realities.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess you can still say timeline because it's separate timelines going through these realities. They're on their own timeline, and there's another timeline that has Captain Carter on her timeline. They're just separate.
I get what you're saying for as timelines, but timelines and realities would be two different things.
I guess it's still a timeline in their reality, though, right?
No, because I mean I get what you're saying that with the timeline with Captain Carter, and then let's just jump to T'Challa with the 80s. I get that. That's a different timeline, but it's not the same reality.
Well, James said everything is happening at the same time, but in different universes. Each timeline has its own reality,
Right. So they're different realities.
but the same timeline.
Well, I guess it can't be the same timeline because Captain Carter was back in the like.
Yeah, but you got to remember if it's 2021 here, it's 2021 in another reality, but it's still the same. It's still 2021.
No, but Captain Carter wasn't into 2021. She was in.
She
Yeah,
was, but remember,
never
she
mind,
got
never mind. At the end of it, she is present day. She is
Right.
current day at the end of it. So
Right.
yes, so I guess now we're all on the same
What's going on,
Diva.
Diva?
timeline, but we're all in different realities.
Right,
Okay,
Diva. We're talking
Hey, Diva.
about if for the
Hi.
people popping in, we're talking about what if episode
Same
3.
timeline, but playing out different scenarios. Yeah, same timelines. So, but it's a different reality, right? I just want
Right.
to make sure I'm on the same page. So we're in agreement that it is two separate things: a timeline and a reality.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm together. That's all.
Mhm.
All right. So overall, this episode, did you like
Thanks,
it? Was it
best
the better episode than the last two you previously watched, or is T'Challa at this moment still the best episode?
I really like Doctor Strange episode.
We ain't there yet. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about up to this point.
Oh yeah, I apologize. Up to this point, T'Challa.
Okay. Savannah actually liked this episode. I don't.
Now, yeah, I still like this episode. Don't get me wrong, but T'Challa still up until this point. T'Challa is still the best for me.
Same here. Cause I like that. I liked Good Thanos talking about genocide and trying to explain it.
Right.
And everybody's like,
and
"Wait,
it's
you
okay.
can't do that."
And
Yeah,
it's cool. It's just
I mean,
No,
this whole
it's
episode,
random.
them dying and you trying to figure it out. Once you figure it out,
I like
feel
that.
like I can go back and rewatch the T'Challa one like over and over again.
Hmm.
This one, I was like, I know what's gonna happen. The
Yeah.
best part, like I think movie pop up said, was the end with Loki fighting. He wasn't Ant-Man, he was the Wasp, right?
He was the Wasp.
he was.
Yeah.
Dr. Pym.
Yeah, so
And
to me, that was the best part because Loki was just acting out of character for as Lawrence Fishburne, Samuel L.
Lawrence for
Jackson.
sure. We don't all look alike. But check this out. When they first started fighting, I was just like, damn, Samuel L. Jackson is spry. Something's going on.
Oh,
Until he started, and then he started his little quips and stuff. I was like, that's not him.
Max
That's
and me was
Loki.
watching it
You know what? It was
the same way.
probably the same with me too. It probably was the same with me too.
Max and me was watching it the same way. Like, oh gosh, look at him kicking butt. I was like,
Yeah, it's like, I was like, does he have powers in this universe?
he
I
had a
do-
Philly stone in his back pocket.
Yeah.
I do agree with you with I might not can't watch this again because like even though I was watching it whenever I was watching it, if I did understand something, whatever, I rewinded and was like, oh, and got clarity on it. So for
Okay.
me, if I would watch it again, it would be for this type of clue, who done it episode.
Mhm.
It would be to try to pick up on the clues that now I know what I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably would be just a free, feel good, fun episode to watch again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I never freeze.
So
I just like to
now
hear T'Challa talk.
let's jump in.
Okay.
So are we good on episode 3?
Mhm.
4?
Yep.
That was episode 4.
No, that was episode 3. So here's a quick promo for episode 4.
Look at you. I will put you in charge more often.
Time.
Doing videos and
It's changeable. Who are you in this vast multiverse.
Follow me. Enter the multiverse.
Here we go.
Of infinite possibilities.
Let's be honest, we've been through weirder.
Who are you?
What if?
All right, seen it. Let you start with this one.
Well, with this one, this was such a, I don't want to say a dreary episode, but this was sad. He kept trying to go back and forth for love. And it showed how, so it wasn't his hands that were bruised, it was his heart and everything that he went to go through, to even like capturing all the different, not the souls, but taking powers from an eagle. No, did he take it from the eagle? It was one thing when he like, I don't do cockroaches, but he took his
It
the
was a
cape.
bug. It was insects.
Yeah, so he's like sucking the power out of everything so that he can gain the power. Whatever the guy was telling him, kind of what not to do. I forgot what was his name. Chernobyl. I forgot his name. The black guy that he met. But he was trying to do all this stuff just so he could bring her back. And then the other woman, she was just like, in order for you to be Doctor Strange, you can't bring her back. He's like, no, I can do it. So his ego was in it. He was very arrogant. That's just how he is. But he was really going to mess stuff up. So that leads me to believe, so Doctor Strange will just do stuff frivolously like this. And that is why he's helping Peter the way he is in the multiverse. Yeah, so I'm like, so is that why this is like showing this is another side of him. And so, yeah, Doctor Strange can just like be like, I'm going to do this kind of stuff anyway. It was really dark. It was sad. I'm a Rachel McAdams fan, so I like her, and just to see her die over and over again and to see his heart break more and more. And this happened over years because he kept going back. So it was dark. Yeah, it was definitely dark.
Oops, sorry. Whoever did that, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
It's fine. No,
I didn't know I can do it on this.
Yeah, it definitely was dark.
I think it starts off as love, but then moves to arrogance. Like I'm the sorcerer. Of course I can bring her back.
Right. Yeah. Like the whole like he took centuries to do that. I didn't even realize that till the second time I watched it.
Yeah.
Really? So it went through. Wait a minute, it was centuries of him gaining all of the power.
Yeah.
When he was sucking those, he took centuries just sucking in demons and demons after demon after demon.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the guy got old. He came back. He was like, what happened? He's like, man, I got old. You was doing like, you was in there for centuries. So, yeah, he probably was in there for at least 30 years, 30, 40 years. He was doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I had empathy. I totally agree. Having empathy for him at first, and then it's just like, what are you doing? Right. I don't.
Now,
and then how it ended, it was just darkness. So what does the ending mean? That just means he just blew up that universe.
Particular universe is pretty much done except for him. He's like the only part left of that universe.
So then he's just by himself. So can he get on?
So I got questions with that. My question is, it seemed like they're supposed to be the protectors of, I guess, I don't know, I'm generalizing, timelines. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be the protectors of the timelines, or, all that power. But I'm beginning to feel like now that they find justifications in the actions for the things that they're doing. Especially with Doctor Strange. He was going through and doing centuries, when decades went by, when he got all these powers to bring her back. And when the lady told him, like, that was absolute death, meaning that there is no timeline where she will be alive. So he kept going on and on. But what she did, she split the timelines, the realities, or whatever it is. She split it.
She split him.
She split it. Yeah.
She split
I
him.
still don't get why she did that.
because she knew there would be one that if anybody could stop him, it would be him. So she was trying. She split them so there would be one that will go to one path, which he did, and he knew the other one was already on that path. So she was hoping
Mhm.
that the other one wouldn't take that path because he would be the only one that could fight himself. And to
Mhm.
a point, he was doing a good job. He was holding his own, but he wasn't strong enough.
Mhm.
Oh, so I guess like okay, I guess she did what I guess Doctor Strange did back in Infinity Wars, went through all of the scenarios in the
Probably,
head and
yeah.
said this is the one that actually. Oh, okay. All
But
right.
he just wasn't strong enough to. He was the other one was just that much stronger. All those different demons and stuff inside of him.
Well,
Mhm.
I do agree with Jay Fliss when he said, and I picked up on this too. This needed to happen for him to be Doctor Strange, for him to
Right,
be.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I guess arrogance took over, but
Mhm.
right.
I really like this because when we see movies, or for me when I read fantasy books like this, and somebody's always tapping into darkness to gain power, we
Mhm.
always see them getting stopped before they get to that full potential. I felt like this right here, this episode right here, showed me um what happened when that person get that full potential and what it does to them.
Mm.
Felt like all the chaos that he went through and all of the agony that he went through, he was beyond reasonable, being
Mhm.
reasonable. I think that's what I was being reasonable. So I've never seen a movie that all movies just always stop before at that line, and that's why I really like this episode a little bit more than T'Challa episode because of the fact that they crossed that line for me.
It took it to another level.
Yeah, it took it
Mhm.
to the next level.
Okay. And you brought up a good point. You say chaos, like chaos magic. That makes me think of Wanda and the type of powers and stuff
Yeah,
that she has. When
that's
you
a
spoke of
good.
that about that with him.
Yeah, that's a good point too because she crossed that line. Like I feel like she is at that line right now. So I don't know if Prodigy has said this before, but sh it was rumored that she may be the villain in the Doctor Strange episode because she have crossed that line.
She crossed it. I feel like
Oh,
she
okay.
was a villain in Wanda. So I feel like she kind of crossed that. She had her own intentions. She was the way that she manipulated those people to the point that they were in a dream state and they had her nightmares, and they were kind of hostage. So she was their antagonist.
But she still didn't know her full potential. She pretty much she got to a place where she got what she wanted and she stopped. But apparently there was more there was more growth of darkness for her that she could have went. That's why
Mhm.
Agatha was trying to push her and push her and push her to get
Okay.
to that full potential.
Hmm.
J Flicks 7. I did see 7, but I don't remember I don't remember Brad Pitt crossing the line. Were you talking about when he killed the guy at the end? Did he kill the guy at the end?
Yeah, he did. Hmm. He was
Because
like
of what was in the
he gave
box?
him
Because
wrath.
what was in the box?
He gave him wrath at the end. He's like become wrath, and he did once he shot him. It was wrath, right? I think wrath was the last thing because he envied him. So I took her pretty head, yeah, and he became wrath. So is that what you mean when you say he crossed that line? Because he did cross that line.
He did cross that line. I don't know. I feel like with this right here, there was like such a tunnel blindness, just being so tunnel vision. Like I need her to come back.
Yeah,
And then,
that's a very good point.
and then when she came back, she was
Yeah.
like, "Who was you?" And she was afraid of him. And I was like, that hurt my feelings. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Was it like when he came back? Because he came back as a monster, and she was like, "What is this?"
So she saw all.
When
You know what? Probably
she saw him
because
for his was that his true self
she
with
saw
all
him.
those different demons and stuff?
And you
Yeah,
know what? That's
he was a
probably the love
monster.
that she had for him. That's probably the love that she had for him because when they was together, she probably saw Doctor Strange for who he was. So when she
Mm-hmm.
came back, she can still see him for who he was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that. The demons eating them up. Yeah.
I
I
mean, but
wonder.
everything that we see and we read, that's what happened when you tamper with demons and stuff like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
even I mean when we get to Shang Chi, Like that same situation happened in that demons was eating whatchamacall up, the father up.
Yep, they were talking to him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where
Yeah.
did DJ Prodigy go? What is his take on this episode? Did he say he'd be right back? I must have missed it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
Because then I want to move on to Shang Chi. If he's
I don't know,
not.
but I
Okay.
really did like this episode. I thought it
Yeah.
was dark. I thought it was deep. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I tend to like things. I like things that are deep. I do.
Mhm.
I
No,
like
but
things.
it was dark. It was sad, but yeah, it was a cool episode. And then tomorrow's what? Thor? Is Thor the next one? Oh, you said think about that conversation in the car.
I'm gonna have to go back. I kind of remember it, but not in detail. Will you stop? I thought I
Because
snoozed.
the conversations that they had in the car was talking about how he was the first person to do some type of what do you call some type of surgery. So she went with him. Um, but you know what? And everything that he did, they just gave every scenario, like even if they didn't go to the reception and they just stayed home and had pizza, or if he didn't even pick her
But
up,
that's what the lady
it was
said. The
like
lady said, this
no
is
matter what.
absolute death. There's
Yeah,
nothing that you're gonna be. And when she
yeah.
said
They gave
that,
every
that hit
scenario
me.
there.
Yeah, when she said that, that hit me. Like I've never thought about a situation like that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what if I had a did this, and or
Mm-hmm.
what what if this person would have did this? Like, no, it's absolute death. Like,
Uh-huh.
and there's
Yeah.
probably some scenarios in life where there is absolute death.
Yeah. Okay. And Jay Place is talking about the brain surgery. Oh, that's the brain surgery. We have to like separate two parts of the brain. Is that like separating both of the strange people? Is that what you're talking about?
That's a good thought.
Because I think that was the surgery that he was getting an award for.
She said what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mhm. Mhm.
The strange that I guess Marvel needed.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed it. I like how Marvel tests the bar, test the bar with everything that they do.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
think like for Kevin Feige, this whole vision that he's had back when they first
I'm
sat
back, y'all. I'm
down
sorry.
and figure out this timeline of what they was going to do and Iron Man and where we are today. I really like it.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, me too. So what are your thoughts, DJ Podgy, on this episode?
I think it's like I it was a good one as far as the dark tone. I liked all that. I don't know if I'm giving it better than Chinchilla yet, but it definitely was one of the better episodes because I want to see how it's going to play out with the next Doctor Strange movie and then of course Spider-Man. So I
Hmm.
wonder if it's going to be some type of um, thing that they use this Doctor Strange is whatever he's got going on because the new Doctor Strange and Spider-Man is definitely on some arrogance tip. It looks like with I'm just going to do whatever I want with spells and it
Mhm.
looks like he does. So
Well, I
um,
was kind of thinking maybe they won't do it that way. Maybe it was like you need to do this way for you to become to your full potential.
what to
Spider
make
Man, like he's cool with being Spider Man. Yeah, I'm Spider Man, but now I'm like, all right, you Spider Man, okay, but you have so much more. And he
right?
probably just don't do it because of the fact that I guess he's comfortable. It's like it's one of those like, all right, I'm gonna throw you in this situation.
Mhm.
Well, I can't. You know what? I take all of that back because don't I feel like they fight at some point? They start fighting.
Or it looks like they fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that a bad? Is that a? That's we don't know if it's going to. If I'm just going to say this, if they're going into different multiverses, this Doctor Strange technically is not dead. How do we know that this Doctor Strange is not the one he's fighting?
That's a good point.
If it's
Because the
going to be
last Spider-Man movie, it was an animated movie. It was like all the Spider-Man from the different multiverse was in
right,
one.
so I could see somehow they get this Spider-Man. I mean, not Spider-Man. This Doctor Strange, who's technically not bad, but he's bad. He got all this bad demon stuff in him. That could be the
Mhm.
one that's trying to fight Spider-Man.
Mhm.
And maybe he realizes too that his girl is alive in this world. So I
Mhm.
need to get her because she's alive and Spider-Man and the other Doctor Strange are going to have to stop him. I'm just
Mhm.
throwing it out there.
Nah, I think nah. No. I hear
I'm
you.
talking about Jay Flick. I'm talking about the Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are fighting each other. But what if this Doctor Strange that he's fighting is this Doctor Strange from the What If, the one in this universe that's left?
That's a lot.
It's a multiverse though. It's a
I
whole multi.
understand. I'm starting to get confused. Okay.
So I get your point. I just feel as though the what ifs won't bleed over into the live action movies. I feel like they would be two separate entities. There would be the what ifs and all of those multiverses, and there's so many multiverses, and then we have the live action movies with the multiverses. I just don't see them blending the two.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna say it here first. If that happens, I said it first, and I want a cookie.
Sure, Polly will give you a cracker.
Max and me, I want a cookie. No, never mind. Never mind. Y'all gonna take that to the. Never
You can have some of Max cookies.
mind. I knew y'all was gonna take it to a whole. Moving on. So I'm not going there with y'all. So Shang-Chi, aka
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi,
Gregory
or
J.
Shang-Chi.
Flex.
So we're talking about Shang-Chi. Let's watch a quick trailer on that.
Wait a minute, Jay Fliss got something he want to say.
Okay, go ahead.
He said, "Wait." Oh,
Boo. Bye. Keep going. Keep going.
He talking about cookies. Oh man.
It's all good. Carry on, sir. Carry on.
Hey, can we get real for a second? We've been friends for 10 years. I know that you don't like to talk about your life, but a guy with a freaking machete for an arm just chopped our butts in half.
DJ Snake.
Who are you?
Only talking, making major moves.
My father trained me to be the 10 Rings' greatest weapon.
On the road to riches, I can never lay around.
But that's not who I am.
Me against the world, I got my back against the wall.
How did you find me?
I always know where my children are.
Me against the world, I got my back against the wall.
Seems like a nice fella.
It's time to show the world
No, I'm hellbound, but I'm well now.
who I really am.
No one will ever stop.
That's so slick.
Oh, hell no, I'm not doing this.
So
You are a
slick.
product of all who came before you.
If I die, it's your fault. I must stop him.
Hell yeah.
Trying to show you what we came to do. Trying to show you what we came to do. Only talking, making major moves.
My name is Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Shang.
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 Oh,
S-H-A-N-G. Shang.
That's what I said. Oh, you can turn it up? Yeah, you can hear me.
Run it.
Marvel Studios Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings in theaters September 3rd.
Shang-Chi.
this movie was so amazing. It was so
Shang-Chi.
fucking awesome. Like it was so awesome. Like I've been waiting to talk about this, and I want to see it again.
All right, so we get into it. We'll let movie pop up start.
Yeah, because he's yes.
No,
Go ahead.
no,
No,
no.
we're gonna let- no,
I'm
no,
gonna
we're
let
gonna let you
Cena
go.
start it. Go, Cena. You go first.
No. You
So,
pump, girl. Go.
Savannah loved the girl, the sister. She already wants the toy, so that's a
Mhm.
plus on the
Yeah.
girl side. And she wants both of the brother and the sister. But she saw the toy today at the comic book store and was like, she picked it up and was like, I was like, you want it? She'd say, I'm gonna get Black Widow first, then come back. I said, okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she did like it though.
Yeah.
And the second part was real quick. Shoot, I forgot the second part real quick. I forgot. Anyway, go ahead. Movie pop up. What's seen it? What y'all think?
I really enjoyed it. Like
Mhm.
it made my heart smile. It was
Aw.
such a good movie. It was well written, very well written. The choreograph was beautiful. The cinematography, um, the what is it?
Cinematology.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Did I
That
say
what
it
he
right?
said.
Cinematography.
Oh,
Cinematography. I got it. Cinematography was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The visual effects was beautiful. The
Mm-hmm.
CGI was beautiful. The choreograph was beautiful. The
Mm-hmm.
costumes was beautiful. I really truly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed it. And I was thinking earlier, I don't know if I said this. I don't know if I said this to you seen it, but
Mm-hmm.
no, I didn't. I was telling somebody that I felt like how Black Panther was for us, for Black people, this how it was for Asians. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I said that, I thought about this. I remember with Black Panther, they only had one or two white people in it. Yeah, they only had two white people in it. And I was trying to think. I feel like Shang-Chi only had one or two white people in it. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody was Asian.
Mm-hmm.
So the
well,
only
you had the
white person
Russian,
I think was the guy with the
the
machete
Russian guy.
arm.
Yeah, he was from Russia.
Okay, yeah. And then their friend husband, but he was Middle Eastern. Was he Asian?
No, he was like Middle Eastern or something.
Yeah. It was well written. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
The director, it was a female director.
Male director Destin Creighton. He's from Hawaii, but his mom is Japanese American, so he has
Who
that
else?
Asian
Who else? Oh, you're right.
flair.
It was a female
Are you talking about
director.
Candyman director? Because that was a female.
That was a
Yeah, it
woman.
was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I was.
that's okay. No, but so we do have an Asian director directing Asians,
Right.
which I think I've touched on before. We've touched on before about having directors who represent the characters
No, it was
on
definitely
screen.
the right mix of far as
Mm-hmm.
directors for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was really good. The
Mm-hmm.
storyline was great. It was deep. It wasn't dark, but it was deep. Like the father, if so watching the previews, I thought the father was just this power hungry guy and he trained his kids into the dirt and
Yeah.
he doesn't care about his kids, he just care about power. But when I watched it, like I really felt for him, like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It was extremely good. I cannot wait to watch it again.
Yeah.
All right. Seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I like how they touched on the Asian themes, like the guardian lions, the dragons, all the mythical figures that were in Tai Lo, really touching on just the Asian culture. I like the Jackie Chan vibes that I was getting with the fight
Yeah,
scenes.
it was a stunt, his late stunt choreator,
Choreographer,
core, not
choreographer.
choreographer, coordinator. How do you
Stunt
say it?
coordinator,
There you
was
go.
he part
He,
of Jackie Chan's crew or something?
yes, that was who did this, but he passed
Oh,
away. I think not, I don't know when, but
okay.
he was in charge of a lot of that. That's why it's so much Jackie
Oh,
Chan.
because that
Really?
was so cool. The whole
That's why you got so much Jackie Chan vibe in here.
yeah, because with the jacket, I'm like using stuff that's around you. That's something, that Jackie Chan would do. And even the second fight scene when they're in that mythical Asian country, the same country that was in Black Panther. I forgot the name of it, but whatever Asian
Halo.
city that is. What's it
Halo?
called?
You
It's
talk
it's
T-
about
called Hang Low.
Talo?
Oh
Tilo.
no, Taylor is the magical place.
no, you talking about the place that they was in when Winter Soldier and the Falcon,
Yeah. Oh, when
Madripoor,
talking
Madripoor.
Oh, was
yeah,
that the same place?
Yes, it was where they
yeah.
had the big fights.
Really?
That was Madripoor. Yeah, that's
Thank you. That's what it's called. So with them there, when they were fighting there with the bamboo, that reminded me of like I think I don't know if it was one of
yeah,
the rush hours.
That was like a Jackie Chan
Yeah, and
fight.
just swinging from the bamboo,
Right,
and how even with the bus scene,
Sorry.
it didn't feel like it was a lot of cuts. Like that one bus scene where they're going through the bus like this, it reminded me. There's an Asian movie where it's just like it does not cut, and you
right.
see this dude just like fighting the whole time, and it's just
Is
like
that with
slowly
Johnny
panning.
Yang?
Shoot, I can't remember the name, but
Well,
it's
the
an
I know
guys
what
Asian
you're
are-
talking
movie.
about because I watched New
I feel like I know
Rockstars.
what you're talking about.
I watched New
Yeah.
Rockstars review of this, and he quoted
Okay.
that same movie that you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like, that's the slickest thing. It's like the worst when directors cut and then you're not like seeing the whole scene. But I felt like the cuts were minimal. Like you saw the actor performing all of these stunts. Like even when Wu Wu Chen, when the dad met the mom initially, even that was just beautiful. She's bringing all this wind around, and he's just like, no, I want to take over.
They were like
Everything.
airbending. She was
Yeah.
airbending.
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, they
You're
were
right.
they were airbending. They were
They were
airbenders,
airbending.
and
Yeah.
Oh, I
that's
love
the
this
power
movie
they
even
had.
more now.
And his
Yeah.
airbending was stronger than what he was doing. Even with the
Right.
rings, she could still outbeat him.
He
with
was.
the
I don't
airbending.
think he was an airbender.
No. He wasn't, but whatever his
Mhm.
regular kung fu or karate style with the rings wasn't strong enough to against her airbending.
Was it because of just her being more in the Zen like
I
focus
guess,
and
yeah.
him being more
It was
I
like
think
she
so.
was
He was
angry?
power
right.
hungry. I
She
think
was
so.
like 1 second ahead of him in every move that he would do, and like that's how she
Right.
was able to counter
Okay.
everything. And
Well,
she wasn't even
the
really hurt.
daughter said it. She said, "Mom taught me this. That whenever I'm fighting, I just close my eyes and I just hear things. You know, like she was able to
Right.
focus with her ears.
Oh, her
The father,
senses.
the father
Okay.
wasn't fighting
Senses.
like that.
Yeah, she said, "Mom
Yeah.
taught me that," and he was like, "Oh, I never knew that," which makes
Mhm.
sense because the father probably taught the son, and his tradition or whatever was not teach the daughter. But
Mhm.
I love how the mom taught both of them. So the mom probably taught her that where the father didn't. So you had
Mhm.
like mother and daughter, son and brother, you
Yeah.
know, with two different fighting styles.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I also like the tie-in with the Mandarin. I didn't see that coming. And
Did y'all
then
watch All Hail the King?
I saw
Yeah.
that after.
Yeah,
I would have
Maxine and
watched
I
it
watched it
before.
yesterday.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
would have watched it before because so did y'all know that even existed? All Hail
I
the King?
did, but I didn't know it was 2014, and
See, yeah.
I was kind
So,
of upset that I watched it after. Though I was like,
yeah, because so how would anybody have known about it considering Disney Plus wasn't out then?
no,
You know what I mean?
I did. I was like, y'all
They
actually
probably would have
made
dropped
this?
the promo. They probably would have dropped the promo. If Disney Plus
I don't
was
re-
out, they probably would have dropped the promo.
Yeah, so then I'm wondering like where could we have seen this? Was this on
Max and me,
Netflix
maybe.
the whole
No, it
time?
probably would have just dropped like on in the world, Twitter, social media, YouTube. It probably would have just went bloop. Here it is.
I don't know because they didn't advertise or anything for like that I recall. So
Right.
I thought that was pretty neat because it actually I watched it afterwards, but it just tied into what when she was talking about like even how the Mandarin was there. I mean the Mandarin Trevor, how Trevor talked about how the 10 rings assassin came, got him from jail. They were going to kill him, but then he ended up being their jester because of his supreme acting abilities. And by the way, all hail the king. That was funny. That was a funny little snippet. I mean, I do like Trevor.
Of course, the black bodyguard had to die.
Well, a lot of other people died. Yeah, but yeah. So
The black bodyguard.
yeah, he got shot.
He did.
Yeah, he
They
died.
He
got shot.
did. He
One
was
shot
the
everybody.
bodyguard that was in the corner. Yep, I got you. Yeah. Okay.
So I think the movie was okay. Y'all know I can be controversial once in a while. So here we go.
I feel like I think you do that on purpose. I don't think you mean it by
The
heart.
movie was good. It wasn't great. So I put that out there. I told
So then
Max
what would you give it then? Oh snap, did you get rid of him? Don't do that. Oh no, bring you back.
that's rude.
Oh, that was rude.
That was real rude.
That was so rude. Continue. What do you give it? Oh, that
All right, so the movie
I
was
didn't kick
good.
him out. I just put him in time. I was gonna
The-
put him in timeout.
Okay,
I was
the movie
gonna
was
bring him
good.
back.
a dissenting opinion. Don't
Yeah, J
speak
Flix.
it.
You see that, J Flix? The movie was good, but not great. Now here's why.
Okay.
I thought all the action scenes were good, like you said, and all that, but I was upset because trailers killed this movie for me.
What killed it?
Trailers. 'Cause
Oh.
I knew almost when I knew the bus scene. Soon they got on the bus, I knew what was going to happen. I even
Okay.
told Max and me, look who's in the back of the bus, and she was like, "Who?" And she looked. She was like, "Oh, I said I already knew what was going to happen. So it's
I
like
didn't see him in the back of the bus.
I
I
didn't have.
didn't.
It was like, and then when they landed, when they first went to see the father, and then the whole water scene. Only stuff that I didn't know was like maybe stuff with the mother and stuff like that. But then the ending scene, of course, I didn't know about the big monster, but it kind of just was like, y'all kind of killed me with some of these trailers. I didn't get the feel of
Being
newness,
surprised.
surprise, and like Black Panther. I
I
felt like
get it.
it was different when we watched Black Panther, because it's Black Panther, but it was so much stuff that we weren't expecting in this movie, and so much chills with the music and the way the vibe they did. This movie, I felt like I lost it because I was just like, all right, I know what's going to happen. It just didn't make it give me that same feel as Black Panther did. And it's not saying just because of Black Panther, like Endgame gives me chills when I watch Endgame, and so does Infinity Wars. This movie didn't give that to me right away. I'm going to see it again. I do want to see it again. One of the best scenes to me was actually the father at the end, when he was dying, and the way he looked at his son and then shot him at him, and like he's like, look, I'm dead, I'm done, but this is for you. Like that was a good moment, good scene to me. I was like, that was
I
a
agree.
powerful scene. I felt
I
like the
agree.
father, the whole role with the father. This movie was about the father, not just the son. It was
His
like
father grieves. I
yeah, it
agree.
was like about him too. Like you had to. I felt for the father because all this was in his head, and he really thought he was doing something to save his wife. But I just didn't think it was great. Not yet. Not saying that. That's just me. But other than that, the cut scenes. I'm very excited to see him in the Avenger universe, though. I want to know more about these rings, and it looks like they got a whole lot more to do, because I feel like there's more to these rings than what the father was even doing with them.
This was my question for tonight with Jay Flixon and you or whatever. So Thanos, no, um,
Wong,
Dr. Banner, Juan, and Captain Marvel, they didn't have any reference with these rings or not.
no.
So are we touching into something totally different, or were the rings? Is it explainable? Like in the comic books, like does the rings have a
Jay
history?
Flicks might know more about the. I know the rings in the comic books each had a different. Um,
I didn't do that.
yeah, I didn't touch it either. I know the rings each had a different power, like a super type of power for each of them. But in this movie, it looks like they all with just one power, like
Well, they
strength.
probably could because it seemed like he was able to send out one ring at a time if needed be.
Well, yeah, but the father wasn't doing the same stuff that the son was doing with him, like the air bending with him, spinning them around and stuff like that. The father didn't do all that. He was just like shooting them at people and using them like as a punch, like, and shooting out the projectile, like almost like a Captain Marvel type
I
thing.
agree. I agree.
It felt like he was more like I'm about to bring her in. Is
I
she
did
in? Oh,
already.
there she
She's
is.
here. She's
Okay,
right.
it was more like Captain Marvel shooting to me than it was the son. Looks like he can do more with it. He like with the airbenders helping him.
That's a
And Jay
lot.
Fix just put a quick explanation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I think it's a planet. So I think it's more to these rings. That's what Wong was saying. Like it's, and according to New Rockstar, of course, they're not the Bible, but he thinks it's going to be Galactus. James, that's what one of the guys that we watch a lot. He think Galactus could be coming from these rings. That could be the one that Beacon is going out to, which will help them bring Galactus into this world. I'm not sure it could be Galactus. I don't know. I'm very interested to see what's going to come out of this with that Beacon. But and then of course the second cutscene was the sister, and I'm not surprised that she took over because she's in Mandapore. Now, am I saying with the sister taking over, are we gonna get a TV show now out of the 10 rings? And you gotta remember too, the power broker, the Carter girl, is in Mandapore too. So are they gonna are they working together?
I don't know. They
Because
could be.
they're both in Mandapore. As you remember the whole ring with the
No.
people fighting and stuff, that was in Mandapore.
Yeah, the 10 rings were in the first Iron Man. Those are the people who captured Iron Man, right? Because
Yeah,
they had
yep.
like the
In
flag
the
in the
very
background.
beginning. Yeah. They were
Ah.
working. They was
And
working with
then
the
in just like movies, people would have like tattoos and stuff
right.
of like rings around.
So
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't think the sister is going to be like as bad as her father, but she's just going to be a criminal. I think she's going to and do it her way. She's going to run illegal stuff, and I don't think she's going to be like no big baddie in the Marvel universe. That's why I think she'll be more like TV show quote unquote baddie, if you want to say.
Mhm.
She don't really got no power to be big baddie. She don't got the rings,
Mhm.
so I don't know. But what y'all think as far as the cut scenes at the end? Did you make y'all interested in anything more with this?
With the sister, yeah. I thought it was a bit much with Juan going to the bar and all of that. I thought it was a bit much.
That was funny.
It was funny.
Did y'all like Wong fighting Abomination?
No.
Did y'all you didn't like that part?
I feel like what they're trying to they're trying to like give Juan more of a role, and I get that.
Mhm.
But I feel like he was like all over the place. Or maybe because he was
Did
the
you think
agent.
he was the agent? I'm about to say, do you think he's the agent Marvel guy? They had to throw him in this.
I guess so.
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't think
You
about
have
that
a
till you
black
said
guy
it.
throwing Black Panther.
I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Did anybody notice that Captain Marvel's hair was long as heck in this movie and it was short
Mhm.
in
I
the
don't even
game?
pay attention. I can't pay attention. I don't know. It's something about her. I won't pay attention. Yeah, I saw her
I don't
hair
know.
was
I
long.
don't know if that
There
was a.
was something. That was to me. There was something off about her. Like seriously off.
Well, yeah, I
I
think
don't know. I feel like she's just phoning it in. She's just like I'm off fighting all these intergalactic
yeah,
wars,
she had
and
to
I'm just
leave and
like,
go. She had to
what?
leave again. But I don't know
Yeah,
if
I'm
Marvel
like,
messed up. If they messed up by her hair choice, like that could be a mess up that they forgot to fix.
Not
Because
necessarily though. It could be just like I mean, well, one is it's
how long does
past.
it take for your hair to grow from short to long like that?
It doesn't take long. It
Like
doesn't
how,
take long.
a year, or months?
It could be years or months or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't
Because
take long.
it's only been five. The blimp they
No,
just
no,
got back
no.
from the blimp.
No. This is after the blimp. The
I
blimp was
know, but
5 years, but we don't know from the second snap to current. We don't know how long that is. That could be. It looked like there was some normalization going on in this in
you're
Shang-Chi.
right. You're
It
right.
doesn't look like, hey, we getting back to it.
So
I don't know what's
it
going
could have
on.
been a year or two.
I feel like I feel like it was maybe 5 years. Shit, hell, it could have been. No, I wasn't 10. I won't say it.
Yeah, I think that's the yeah. It's too
I
much
think it's
stuff
still
going on.
fairly new because they're still talking about these help groups. They still have ads for the help groups and stuff. Yeah,
Jeff,
that's true.
I'm talking about her hair because I saw it Marvel and Disney messed up, and I'm calling them out on it. Y'all messed up.
Yeah, but
No,
yeah,
you're trying to find fault in something.
it's like her hair probably grew back quickly because she is an extra.
She's
I'm
a
not gonna say
human.
extraterrestrial, but she has supernatural ability. She could be
She
like
can't
hair
grow
grow.
her hair.
I mean, I don't know.
Anyway,
She
but
has
yeah.
rejuvenating. I don't know. It's a
So
follicle. It's a dead cell. I don't know.
Movie Papa wants to see it again. I will see it again because I know Savannah wants to see it again, so I'm going to see it again. Seen it?
I'll see it when it comes on Disney Plus. I'll watch it again.
Are we surprised it's not on Disney Plus? Did they say it was? I didn't read no announcement why it's not on Disney Plus.
It will be eventually.
But no, I thought about that.
Eventually.
So you had Black Widow, and apparently,
And Jungle Cruise too went right to Disney Plus.
true. But I feel like you had Black Widow, and apparently it was agreed to not go to this any streaming platform, just straight in the movies. And then you got this one that went straight into the movies.
Oh yeah, that's why she's suing. Yeah,
that's why she's suing. So maybe, so maybe it's not on the platform because maybe that there's a case that they could be sued, and they're like, okay, well, let's follow through. But they need to hurry up because I'm ready for my source to be able to get it so I can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, so the Eternals will be the same way then, straight to theater.
You know what? If it is, I would feel like it's probably gonna be straight to theaters because of the situation with Black Widow.
Okay.
To me, that would be more confirmation.
The Eternals was supposed to come out before this movie, but they flipped it. I don't know if that's what we're going to see in Eternals. I'm kind of excited, getting more excited for Eternals now because it's all this multiverse crap going on. I just want to see what they're going to be doing with this stuff too, especially
I
since
just want to know why they didn't come out with Thanos. That's what I want to know.
Well, that's true, but they might say because he's not all deviant.
And that's bullshit. That's the same bullshit that Fast and Furious gave me when Han was alive. No, that's not sustainable.
All right, well, I'll give Shang-Chi a 7.
I hate him.
I give it a 7.5.
She's giving it a 7.5. See,
I've been torn back to think about this all day. I was somewhere between an 8 and an 8.5. You too, Jay Flicks. Yo, seriously?
Well, that doesn't mean it's not good. It's still good.
I know. I agree with you. It's
still really good, and I will see it again when it comes on Disney Plus.
Y'all on some different level. Y'all don't like Loki.
Nah. What's going on, brother?
And then you up here, you don't like Shang-Chi.
I never said I didn't like Loki. I did like Loki. Loki got a good review. Loki got great reviews from me. That's one of the best TV shows on Disney Plus right now. Is Loki. I like Loki.
Nah.
I just said this show did not give me the vibes, the chills that Winter Soldier gave me, Endgame gave me, Ultron gave me, and Black Panther. Those are my top 4 or 5 Marvel movies right now. I think, to me, is this movie seen it? Is this movie better than Thor 3? Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Seen it? Because she loved Ragnarok.
Yeah. So you asking? I'm sorry, my internet connection is funky. Are you asking like what would I rate Ragnarok?
Did you like this? You like Shang-Chi better than Ragnarok?
No. Thor Ragnarok, I give like a 10. I give like a 9 because it was funny. It was so funny. But I mean, Shang-Chi has the action scenes. The action scenes were really, really good. But if I'm looking at overall, I like Thor Ragnarok more.
Yeah, I have to agree. At this moment,
I still like this. But I still like Shang-Chi a lot.
Hey, movie Papa, I will say this though. This movie's better than Thor 1.
Wait a 10. Hey, Steph, Thanos is her. You are Thanos.
It's better than Thor 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
It's better than Thor 1.
That's like one of the bottoms to me.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Thor Ragnarok was actually extremely good. It was comical. It was whatever. But I felt like I felt my soul be touched with this movie.
I was touched by Thor Ragnarok. So I understand what you're talking about with the touching of the soul.
Why you won't?
No, I was touched by it. When we talked about it, I was
movie. Did you not see the fucking dragon?
Nine said it was great.
Dragons are cool.
Did you see Shang-Chi? And if you did see it, what do you give it out of 10?
I'm gonna let 9 be the deciding factor.
So I gotta get ready to get out of here, people.
Me too.
Yeah,
we've been on the Elba.
I need Shang-Chi
better than Far From Home.
I need 9 to tell us his rating. Just tell us your rating.
Better than Far From Home.
He hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen it.
Okay.
So you didn't get spoiled. That's fine. Come back next week, brother, and tell us what you think, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, Eternals is next. It was supposed to come out before this movie.
Okay.
Venom is still coming out this year, right?
Supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
Savannah and I are starting to watch X-Men. For some reason, my child did not have a clue that X-Men was part of this universe in some type of way. So now she's
I didn't either.
She's like watching X-Men in a brand new light now.
Oh, cool.
She then watched X1 and 2
and
asked me all types of questions, which is cool because now we're in a whole new, it's old to her because it do look old to me too, but it's not. It's like 2002.
Yeah, it was early 2000s.
Yeah. I told her it's going to get better when she gets to the future past and all that type of
stuff. My gosh, First Class.
Yeah.
Future Past was awesome. That was
Yeah,
my
that's what
favorite.
I'm saying. I told her it's gonna like the visuals will get better as it gets.
Yeah, it's not fair to compare because they were just. I mean, even Sabretooth look a
He looked
little
crazy.
suspect. Yeah.
He looked
But
crazy.
Savannah is not watching the movie to look at the
No, she's learning
CGI
the character, but she
and all
still
of
is
that.
making. She's still making little comments. So I'm like, whatever.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Okay.
um,
Well, before you go, I did
go
have.
ahead. I'm looking for somebody to raid while you talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did have a question, but I totally forgot what it was though. But I definitely enjoyed Shang-Chi. Oh, we didn't talk about this, but the soundtrack for Shang-Chi was actually pretty awesome too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it did. I didn't listen to it yet. Like, but what I heard at the movies was nice. It
Mhm.
sounded real good. So
It
you
gave me
listened to the
Black Panther
soundtrack?
vibes.
You listened
Mhm.
to it?
Yeah.
Both of y'all?
You
Okay.
did? You listened to it?
I didn't listen to it, but it gave me Black Panther just from the movie. It gave me Black
Yeah,
Panther vibes. Yeah.
it gave me. I will agree. The
Mhm.
soundtrack was nice.
It's like they
So
mix Asian themes, like that type of instruments and stuff with that when it went from scene to scene. It was really cool.
right, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
also the
You know what? If this, I mean, it's with an Asian director, so
Yeah.
he definitely more in tune than any other type of director. So
Mhm.
I mean, I
Definitely.
watch a lot of karate movies or Asian movies. I really love them, and it definitely there are some Asian songs that have hip hop and,
Mhm.
vibe. Yeah,
and their Asian twang in all into it too. So
Yeah. Okay.
no, it was definitely good with that. And I will say the mystical creatures of Tai Lao. I am more intrigued to see where they do with this.
Yeah.
I want a lion dog.
The
Like
lion
I
dogs were
want one
dope,
so bad.
but I am interested to see if we only see them now in this universe because of him, or like Wakanda was blended into the universe in Endgame with the other characters. So are they going to
Well,
open this
Wakanda
up?
was in the same universe. Their city
True.
was just shielded.
Right.
Shield.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a different,
This is a
like how we
totally
got
different
here.
realm. They didn't even say universe. They said a different realm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Really.
they
because
said different.
it had force that eat you if you don't take the right direction. That's what the chicken dog was helping out to get to the location.
Okay.
So it was good. Yeah.
All right. So we're going up. There's a streamer named Chris11. I was gonna rate her.
Hmm.
I think she's playing music, but she also plays games and stuff too.
Hmm.
Somebody different, I guess. I mean, she mods for a lot of people, and she be in my chat a lot. So I just
Hmm.
wanted to show her love. She only got 12 people over there, so
Okay, that sounds
we
good.
got like he says we got 9 in here, so
Okay, that sounds good.
we just see what she's doing over there.
Hmm.
And we'll be back next. What's that, Tuesday? Oh, actually, next Tuesday is Tanks. So you ladies might have to run this one without me. It's
No.
my it's my once a month tank.
All
We're gonna
right,
take
stay well, DJ
we gonna take
Nine.
the sideline.
See you.
You say what? What'd you say, movie papa? The
But we're gonna
raid
talk on the
started.
sideline.
All right. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Same strip, different cast. J Flicks, Nine
Well,
Iron
Jay
Diva.
Flicks will be available next week and going forward.
Yep. You take my spot. Max and me, be for you. Seen it. You like to close us out?
Same script, different cast.
All right.
All right.
The
We should have
raid is
sung that
out.
last night. Yeah, we should have sung that last night.